I want to give you 5 tips on what you need to be thinking about when you hire your first employee so that you can make sure you keep your business. I have been in business for 25 years. I have hired multiple employees. So the things that I am going to tell you, trust and believe, these are things that are going to parlay you faster and keep you out of trouble. Yes, trouble. Because as you start to onboard employees, you start to grow your business, but you also grow your exposure to liability. You grow your exposure to lawsuits. So I want to make sure you understand what you need to be doing to minimize that. The very first thing that you need to know is write a job description. You might be thinking to yourself, Carla, what do you mean write a job description? I just need somebody to help me with some odd and end things that I just can't get to. I completely understand, but I am going to tell you, you need to have a job description. When I hired my first employee, I didn't have a job description. I just had them doing basic things. And when stuff hit the fan, the first thing they said, well, that's not my job. I don't have a job description. You want to have a job description because you want to make sure that that employee knows exactly what they're supposed to be doing. The second thing that you need to make sure that you need to give that employee KPIs. Key performance indicators. What is that thing that that employee is doing that is going to make you parlay your business faster, parlay your business quicker? There needs to be a measuring stick. As an example, let's say you're going to hire somebody to answer your phone. How many phone calls should they be answering in a day? What should they be doing that is going to minimize your time in the business and allow you to do other things? You want to be real clear and measure exactly what they're doing. For example, if you're hiring tax professionals, they should be giving you billable hours. They should be performing and preparing tax returns in an abundance enough to be able to cover their salaries and then some. So making sure that you have KPIs for every single job is mission critical. And I know you might be thinking, hey, Carla, what if I can't come up with KPIs? Well, if you can't come up with KPIs, then you don't need to hire that person. I'll wait. You don't need to hire the person if you can't come up with KPIs. Every job is statable, meaning we can come up with a metrics for every single job. Whether it's somebody delivering boxes for Amazon, there's a number of packages they have to deliver, right? If it's somebody that's picking up trash and emptying, there's a number of trash cans and houses that they need to go to. Every job needs to have a stat. So make sure you have a KPI, a statistic, a metrics, whatever term you want to utilize, make certain that you start off on the right foot. The third thing that you need to do, if you are hiring somebody as an employee, make sure you are paying them via a paycheck. Terminology is mission critical. Employee equals paycheck, equals tax withholding, equals recurring pay schedule. That's different from hiring an independent contractor. If you're hiring an independent contractor, they are not your employee. Make sure you keep that terminology straight. Why am I telling you to keep that terminology straight? Because employee means a whole nother level of things that you need to be doing. Employees have to be covered with workers' compensation insurance, which brings you to the fourth thing that I want to tell you. If you hire an employee, and you will, you need to make certain you have workers' compensation insurance. That means that you get an insurance policy in the event that your employee trips, in the event that your employee says they've been harassed, in the event the employee goes out on stress, in the event the employee does whatever, you have insurance to cover it. You gotta have workers' compensation insurance if you put employees on payroll. And if you have employees, they go on payroll. Employees equal payroll, equal workers' comp, equal paychecks. That is so important. Do not hire an employee without workers' compensation insurance. Do not do it. Why? Because you can be sued by the state Workers' Compensation Insurance Board. If that employee goes to the doctor, that employee gets ill, that employee says, oh, I got hurt at work, that employee said I was stressed out at work, you are going to get a nastygram in the mail if you don't have workers' compensation insurance. And this is the type of nastygram that does not go away. It comes with lawyers, it comes with lawsuits, it comes with court cases. You want to avoid that at all costs by having workers' compensation insurance. You heard it here first. Do not hire an employee without workers' comp insurance. The fifth thing that you want to make sure you do is pay your employees on time. Put them on a pay cycle. It's scary when you first hire employees because you have to pay them on a regular pay cycle, whether that pay cycle is weekly, whether it's bi-weekly, whether it's twice a month, which is different from bi-weekly. Bi-weekly is every other week. Twice a month is like the 1st and the 15th. Understand that it's a different pay cycle. Whether you pay them weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, make certain you pay them on time every single time. My recommendation starting out is that you pay your employees bi-weekly. That's my recommendation. Why do I say that? Because we have a 30-day month. Most business owners have bills that they need to pay. So if you pay your payroll one week, you pay your bills the next week, your payroll the next week, you're never running into having to pay your bills at the same time you're making payroll. But you always want to pay employees on time because employees can go to the labor board. They got a board for everything, people. When you become a business owner, you get up close and personal with a lot of government agencies. So it's important to understand your compliance requirements. Employees can go to the labor board and say you did not pay them on time. And if you don't pay them on time, you're going to be penalized. And the penalties are hefty. So when you bring on employees, you absolutely need to pay them on time. And as a bonus, I'm going to recommend when you put your employees on payroll, put yourself on payroll. Command your own salary yourself. That's very important because you need to get into the habit of getting paid out of your own business. So what are those 5 things I said you need to do? You need to have a job description. You need to have KPIs, key performance indicators. You need to put your employee on payroll with a paycheck. You need to have workers' compensation insurance. And you need to pay your employees on time. And as a bonus, pay yourself too, because you are the business owner and you should get paid first. So make sure you pay yourself. And now that you know better, you absolutely got to do better. That is why you have to like, comment, and subscribe so I can educate you on all things business.